What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday. Right back at you again. Shouts out to everybody in the locker room and the Patreon. You know we had the little incident today with the Stock Holiday channel. They hit your boy with a strike. I don't know what the heck I was saying. I don't be cursing. I don't be doing nothing over the top. But it is what it is. We're going to take it up on the chin. Channel going to be shut down for 7 days. I'll be on the Patreon platform every day, dropping videos, giving y'all the updates, letting y'all know what we see on the market. The show must go on. So today, just kicking back, a whole new different setting in the backyard, enjoying the California scenery, enjoying the beautiful weather. Sometimes you just gotta kick back and relax. All that stressing ain't gonna do nothing good for you. And also, guess what? The market is doing good. Cryptocurrency market is doing good. Now we one-on-one up on the Patreon, I could say whatever. I don't know if I was kept saying 20x too much, or if I was talking about some of my profits. I don't know what the heck they gave me the strikes and the warnings for, but everything that I was saying was actuals. We actually did a 20x, 30x over XCN. We did make these multipliers. So I don't know if they thought I was over exaggerating. Nevertheless, we're going to keep on moving. The market right now is doing good. Looking at the market, the FinGree index was at 70. Now it is at 68. I'm looking at Ethereum. Ethereum is starting to break out. We've been talking about phase two for a very long time, talking about when Ethereum will start to really elevate, escalate, and continue to outperform Bitcoin. We've been seeing it over the past month, 4 or 5 weeks, that Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin. What did we see today? Man, we saw a nice breakout from Ethereum. Ethereum right now, $3,142. We was just trying to get Ethereum over $2,800. Then it broke over $2,900. Then it kept trying to break out over the $3,000 level, but it kept getting rejected. Now we are comfortably above the $3,000 level. We're at $3,139. Ethereum is up 6% at this moment, and Bitcoin is down 1%. Now that is huge. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the altcoin dominance, because the altcoin dominance is another indicator that we have been paying attention to. We was talking about the Bitcoin dominance was holding strong for a very long time. It was holding at the 65% level for a long time. It'll go to 64.5, but what did I say? Just be patient. We're going to watch the Bitcoin dominance squeeze. And as it squeezes, it's going to be a long drip, which is what we want. We want to see that long drip. We don't want to see it happen right away. We don't want to see it happen too fast. We want to see it happen organically. We want to see it happen naturally, not real quick, not super fast. Let it go through the process. We have nothing but time. Patience is what we've been doing for years, for months. This entire year, we have been tested and battle tested with patience. And what did we do? We passed. We passed with flying colors. If you're still over here in the Patreon, you have passed with flying colors. If you're still buying the dips, buying these altcoins, and still in altcoins that didn't pull out when Bitcoin hit $76,000, congratulations, you have a passing grade. Looking right now, Bitcoin dominance 62.87%. Don't that sound good? For so long, we were seeing the Bitcoin dominance 64%, 65%. Seemed like it wouldn't get below 64%. Then what did it do? We saw 63.8. I said, okay, here we go. And then it started to work. It started to work. And now we're looking at 62.87% dominance for Bitcoin. What is Ethereum? Remember, Ethereum dominance was 7%. We was like, damn, it might, hope it don't get to 6%. It never did get to the 6.9 or 6.8%, but it did get to 7.0%. So we like, you know what? This is going to be a long road and a long climb back up out of this rut that Ethereum is in. We saw Ethereum get to $1,400. Did we panic? No, we did not. What did we do? Stood on the 4-year cycle. We said, you know what? Every 4 years, we know how this thing play out. We always see Ethereum takes a long time. Sometime it lag, and you hear a lot of folks saying Ethereum is dead. You hear a lot of folks will say that the cycle is over. You hear a lot of folks saying, you know what? Oh, The cycle is over, man. Sell your altcoins. Why are you guys waiting around? Why are you still saying that this is a bull market? Stop, man. I don't know what it is. This seemed like a bear market. We was doing one thing. Staying focused. Trusting the 4-year cycle, most importantly, and being patient. Yeah, it was tough. It was a lot of rocky roads. Some nights we went to bed questioning ourselves, saying, I wonder if, I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. I wonder if we already hit the top. Nothing wrong with questioning yourself, but at the end of the day, you have to always trust the policies and trust the cycles that is laid out before you. And what do? We held hands as a cryptocurrency community. That's why I stress the importance of being involved and connected with a cryptocurrency community. You guys were telling me stuff, keeping me encouraged, posting stuff, keeping me informed on what's going on. I don't know everything. Nobody is the smartest in the room. Nobody knows it all. So you guys sharing, I'm sharing stuff. As a community, we were building each other up. We were becoming strong. And that's why we're still standing to this day. As a cryptocurrency community, the stock holiday community has been doing their thing for a while. The Thursday night live shows, you guys always come on sharing stuff. Being respectful is one of the main things that I appreciate. We have been doing our thing. Ethereum dominance, 10.15%. Now that is a champagne bottle popping event. I've been talking about Ethereum getting to 10%. Seemed like it was going to take a long time. I was saying 10%, but in the back of my head, I'm like, ooh, it's going to be a struggle to get Ethereum at 10% because it seemed like the Bitcoin dominance just wouldn't let up. The Bitcoin dominance had the market in a headlock. I said, damn. And then people were saying, you know what, this is a Bitcoin cycle. I said, oh, hell no. All my money I got in this damn altcoins, I need it to be an altcoin cycle too. But we were being patient. We were trusting the process. We were blocking out all of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There was a lot of FUD that was going around the cryptocurrency market. You read the comments, people were fear mongering to the left, fear mongering to the right. We continued to do our research. I kept looking at the previous cycles. I kept running charts, running data, and doing compare and contrast. Doing my homework as necessary, looking at the stock market, seeing how that correlated to the cryptocurrency market, looking at the M2 money supply, looking at all the data that is out there for us to access is what I was doing. Then from there, hey, come what will, come what may, put your chips up there, let's rock and roll. I'm one of the coldest gunslingers out here on the West Coast. That's why they call your boy Stock Holiday. So we've been doing our thing. Y'all been doing y'all thing. Shouts out to everybody who has been patient. But Ethereum is at 10.15%. And like Kobe Bryant, the Mamba said, the job's not done. Did we make a great accomplishment by getting the 10% dominance for Ethereum? Yes, we did. Outstanding job. Pat yourself on the back, but the job's not done. What do we come here to do? We came here to continue to dominate this cycle. We came here to see altcoin season manifest itself. We are right here at the beginning. Like I say, this is a 4-year cycle. But out of that 4 years, 3 or 4 months out of the 4 years is where you really separate yourself. Is where you make life-changing money. I could say that on the Patreon. Maybe YouTube don't like when I say life-changing money. Maybe YouTube don't like when I say exponential gains. But that is a real thing. That is a real thing. Every year after the Bitcoin halving, you see new cryptocurrency millionaires. Maybe they don't like when I say millionaires. But now it's just me and you on the Patreon. YouTube have no control over what I could tell you. And I'm not just over-exaggerating. Not telling you some stuff that's not real. These are actual facts. These are actual occurrences that happen every 4 years. This 4-year cycle is undefeated, have yet to be broken. Like I've been saying for years, until the 4-year cycle is broken, we're going to continue to stand on it. We're going to continue to trust it. And we're going to continue to dollar cost average accordingly. That's what we've been doing. That's why you take a look at your portfolio today, you'll be a little proud of yourself. I was looking at one of my portfolios, one of my new portfolios that I just started. I said, damn, everything is lining up well, especially in phase two. The fact that phase two is lining up, I won't say so perfectly, but the fact that it's lining up accordingly. We know phase one is when Bitcoin outperforms the entire market. And what have we been saying? That's why a lot of folks have been saying, oh, this is the Bitcoin cycle. Well, obviously you don't understand what the four phases of cryptocurrency is. Phase one, Bitcoin is supposed to outperform the entire market. Whether it's supposed to go this long, theoretically, it don't go this long. Hey, but it is what it is. That's what happened. But that's phase one. Sometimes the various phases are lengthened, sometimes they're shortened. Phase one was lengthened. It lasted a very long time to where it scared a lot of people out of the market. A lot of folks panicked, they didn't have patience, and they did not, most importantly, trust the 4 year cycle like you did. Pat yourself on the back, you were courageous enough. It was not easy, but you did it. Now you're still standing tall and you are still in the thick of things. You still got skin in the game in the market. You still got the various altcoins that we've been dollar cost averaging in and that we are expecting to make great multipliers. We still got action to make 5x, 10x, and 50x on the various cryptocurrency coins. I was looking at a coin the other day. I'm like, damn, this thing could still do a 100x. I think it was, forgot what coin it was, but I'm like, these coins still got a lot of action. We're just in the middle of July. We know Wednesday and Thursday, this is crypto week. This is crypto week. A lot of folks are saying, damn, this might be about a rumor, sell the news. Hey, we are focused on the 4 year cycle. We're not going to get distracted with all the extra stuff. We're going to continue to focus on the. As soon as you get distracted, that's when you slip up. That's when you lose. You get to selling too early. You get to panicking. You get to trying to overthink the process. You get to trying to be the smartest in the room. So don't try to overthink it. Look at the charts. Trust the process. What does the 4 year cycle say? What does phase one say? What does phase two say? And then you plan and march accordingly. Things have been lining up just great. Crypto week, Wednesday and Thursday, decisions and votes will be cast. What do you think is going to happen when these pro cryptocurrency administration and politicians and lawmakers get these papers on their desk for them to sign and vote in favor of cryptocurrency? Do you think they're going to be for or against it? Remember, they're pro crypto. If you are pro anything, that means that you are for it. Even if it's 51-49, it's a pass. 52-48, it's a pass. Things could explode very quick. If we get the Genius Act and along with some of these Clarity Acts and these other things, stable coins get identified, rules and regulations get released, wow. Information about banks working with blockchain, tokenized assets get listed on the books, wow. Mass adoption is happening. We're in the process of it right now. This is just the middle of it. We're early adopters. Bitcoin 117, 18, 19, $20,000 seems like a very large number. It is a very large number. One day, soon, Bitcoin will be 5 times, 10 times what it is right now. Last cycle, our top was $69,000. The top before that, the previous cycle, was $20,000. 20,000 to 60,000, we did a 3x, or 69,000. 69,000 to what will be our top for 2025, 2026. Will we double and go from 69 to $140,000? Last cycle, the cycle before that, we did a 3x. Or last cycle, we did a 3x, went from 20 to 69. What will we do this cycle? We go from 69 to what? Hit the comments, let me know what do you think the multiplier will be. Will we do a 2x? Will we do another 3x like we did last cycle? 69 or 70,000 times 3 is $210,000. Maybe we'll come right up under that 200K and then that'll be the end of the 4-year cycle. Maybe we'll get to 185. Everybody's probably going to be saying, oh, we're going to hit 200. We're going to blast past 200. Just like the cycle, last cycle, everybody was saying we're going to 100. I was waiting for 100,000. I said, you know what? We get to 80,000, I'm probably going to sell 90,000. Didn't happen. We got to $69,000 the last cycle. We started getting rejected. I'm like, okay, it's going to bounce back because that's what it was doing the entire cycle. It would go up and get rejected, and then we'll make a higher high. But it got to 69K and it never did recover. I kept seeing it drop. I kept questioning myself. I'm like, ooh, I'm looking at my account. I'm losing thousands per day. I'm like, ooh, I just lost $12,000 today. The next day, ooh, I just lost 15K. I'm like, oh, Lord. But, sometime it will bounce back. One day, I will look at my portfolio and go, okay, now I'm up 8,000. So it was going up, then it would go down a lot. Then it go up a little bit, then it go down a lot. Before you know it, you toe up, wrecked, So we want to make sure that that don't happen this cycle. We're still going to watch the Fear and Greed Index. We're looking for extreme greed. We understand that there could be another massive dip. We're not going to get too comfortable, not going to get super excited. But we are going to continue to watch the various indicators, which is very important. Those indicators are there for a reason. When you're driving your car, you got the odometer telling you how fast you are going. That's an indicator. That's there for a reason. You got the oil level indicator telling you what your levels are for the oils. That's there for a reason. These indicators for cryptocurrency, we must pay attention to them. We got to continue to focus. We got to continue to stay grounded, continue to dominate. Like the Mamba say, the job is not done, so don't get super comfortable. You want to, pat yourself on the back. Yeah, you can smile a little bit, get a little bit excited because these are exciting times. $123,000 the other day, I said, ooh-wee. But I was also paying attention to Ethereum. I'm like, man, Ethereum is nowhere near its previous all-time high. And Bitcoin hit its all-time high last year. So imagine once Ethereum really start to step on its cycle and really start to show up and show out. Where we at right now? Let's see what old man Ether is looking like right now. Ethereum $3,140. Excellent level. $3,100 for Ethereum. We know in December 2024, a few months ago, we saw Ethereum hit a top of $4,000. Soon and very soon, we are going to be testing $4,000. Oh, what a difference a day make. A few months ago, we were just at $1,400 for Ethereum. I was saying, you know what? This is a steal. $1,500 for Ethereum is a steal. Excuse me. Even if Ethereum was to dip down to 1,200, 1,100, that's still a steal. You gotta buy the dip. If the dip, what was we doing all year? We was buying the dip. Was not easy, was not comfortable, but we understood that's the process. That is the market that we're in. That's the volatile market that we chose to be in. If that's what you chose to be in, you got to stand on it. You got to step on it. You got to be courageous enough, hold your head up and stick your chest out and ride it out. And that's exactly what we have been doing, and our portfolio is starting to reflect it. Overall cryptocurrency global market cap is $3.73 trillion. Looking at Ethereum name service, it is up 19%. Why is that? Earlier in the year, last year, I was telling you guys, once Ethereum start to pump, you're going to see coins like Ethereum, Ethereum name service, and Ethereum Classic start to explode off of Ethereum. Do you think Ethereum is going to be held down for the entire cycle? No, it's not. It's the second largest cryptocurrency world. It is the number one layer one blockchain in the world. Ethereum is a big boy. It's the big bad boy. It's the real deal. All of these large institutions are buying up these Ethereum ETFs. Because they understand Ethereum is going to explode and get ready to outperform Bitcoin. These guys have some of the smartest financial gurus on their team. They know what they're doing. That's why I try to see what they're doing. I'm reading up on what they said. I'm watching what they are talking about. And then from there, I'm trying to place my chips accordingly. I'm trying to dial in accordingly based on what they're saying and based on what I know about the 4-year cycle and what I've learned. Then I'm taking all that, I'm putting it in a big old pot, mixing it up like gumbo, setting the timer, covering the top, and letting it simmer. Let it cook and let it marinate and be patient and watch it. I just turn the fire on. I just put the lid on. After 5 minutes, I'm not going to check it and see if it's done. Job not done yet. But let it sit, let it marinate, and let it cook and be patient. So when the process is over, if the recipe says 60 minutes, ooh, after 55 minutes, I'm going to be waiting. If the cycle says it's going to be over in October, November, December, Q4, I'm going to be waiting. Recipe calls for Q4. Meals should be done. Chicken should be moist and juicy. The gumbo, the roux, and everything should be thickening up. We are very close to life-changing gains, making exponential gains, multipliers. I put a list of my Robinhood crypto portfolio up $2,500, $3,000 in 1 week. $10,000 portfolio that I just started recently. What can that $10,000 do? Can that $10,000 10x? Can it 5x? Can I turn that 10K into 5K, 50K? Do a 5x? Can I do a 7x? Turn it into $70,000. This is how you grow wealth. I could have that money sitting in the bank. I could have that money sitting in my closet, sitting up under my mattress, but I'm choosing to grow wealth and not save money. Once I learned the difference between saving and growing, that was it. That was it. Once that green light switched on, clicked in my head, that was it. Ain't no stopping. Ain't no stopping. So you guys just continue to stay focused. The altcoin season index is at 36 over 100. A few weeks ago, we were at 20 over 100, 17 over 100. Oh, what a difference a day makes. But continue to pay attention to the various indicators. Read what phase 2 say, read what phase 3 say. How long will phase 2 last? We saw how long phase 1 lasted. Phase 1 lasted a little bit extra. Phase 1 went overtime. Bitcoin went crazy, which is cool. Like I said, as long as Bitcoin is holding strong, Bitcoin is doing well, that means the overall market is solid as a rock. Bitcoin is the foundation. As long as your foundation is well, you got nothing to worry about. It's like your house. If you got foundation on your house is solid, you are okay. But if your foundation is weak, if it wasn't built well, you're not going to take too much of nothing to knock it over. So we understanding what we doing, where we at, what part of the cycle that we're in, so we're cool. We're locked in. Make sure you guys continue to pay attention to your portfolio. Look at the plays that you're in. At this particular time, I'm not getting in a lot of overhyped plays, over super risky plays. My portfolio right now, if I could do a 5x off of all the portfolios I got, I'll be cool. Am I expecting to do more than a 5x? Yep. Last cycle, what I do last cycle? Did about 20x last cycle. I did a 20x. Did a 20x last cycle. This cycle, I'm expecting to do a lot more. Even though earlier this year, we had several coins that did great multipliers. We made a lot of money in Pendle, made a lot of money in AROZ Network, XN, but my overall portfolio is what I am looking at. I'm looking at my overall portfolio, looking at Bunk. Look at Bunk right now, 0.00, 4 zeros and 30. Bunk was just 4 zeros and 10 about a month ago. That's a 3x. Can my portfolio 10x? Yes, it can. Can it 5x? Yes. This is why we're in cryptocurrency. We could have chose to invest in anything. Could have chose to go buy a piece of property. But I knew once we get into the year after the Bitcoin halving, things were going to start to speed up. And what are we seeing? We're seeing things escalate. Look at the movement behind me, the trees, look at the nature. This is how you have peace. This is how you relax. This is how you make sure that you don't stress, you enjoy life. Yeah, we're investing, looking at cryptocurrency. Sometimes it could get stressful. Sometimes you got to take a breather and just kick back. Go in your front yard, backyard, go to the local park, cross your legs, and enjoy nature. Take in a deep breath about 10 times. Inhale, exhale. Just enjoy life. Thank God for what you have. Not complaining about what you don't have, what you wish. I wish that was this way. Nobody got time for all that. Take in what you have, be joyful for what you have, be thankful for what you have, and continue to move on and continue to try to grow and accomplish and whatever it is that you want to do and enjoy life is the ultimate thing. So appreciate y'all for continue to support the Stock Holiday channel. I'll be back on the YouTube wave in about 1 week if they don't give me another strike, but I'm going to be creating a new YouTube channel. I'm going to create a Rumble just in case YouTube try to get slick and kill the Stock Holiday channel. We're going to have a backup because this is a journey that we are going to continue. So I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. Continue to do your thing. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday. And I'm out.